So these are the Razer Hammerhead True Wireless Earbuds, and although they came out sometime in October last year, I wanted to see what these were all about and test out that ultra low latency feature that Razer claims. Spoiler, to my surprise, they're quite good, but it doesn't go without saying that they have their cons. So for starters, we'll go ahead and talk about the build and design. While they look really similar to Apple's Airpods and the charging case resembles the Galaxy Buds, which makes it seem like they Frankenstein the hell out of this thing. Now that's fine if they could better it at least in quality, but that's not the case here. At least in my opinion, the case seems really cheap and flimsy. While I like the colorway of the buds, I'm not a huge fan of the logo on the side of the earbuds. Now while I can see why they did that in order to stand out from the sea of wireless earbuds in today's market, I would rather have a more subtle branding. Here's where it gets better. Of course, once you look past that, these do not support any wireless charging of any kind. Now in terms of features and functions, Razer includes a nicely braided USB Type-C cable that can charge the case from 0 to 100 in about an hour and a half. It's not crazy fast, but it'll get you about 4 hours of use with an additional 12 if you don't break this flimsy little thing. Now what I was really impressed with is how good the touch controls work. They're extremely responsive. So a double tap to skip, triple tap to go back, hold to play or pause, and a dedicated gesture 3 taps, a slight hold to activate game mode. Oh yeah, sounds like you're activating a cheat code. Now you can also use either the left or the right bud, so if you want to ride solo, well, you can. Razer also includes a pair of ear sleeves, but I opted not to use them since the earbuds are IPX4 water resistant. You can be a little more careless with them as opposed to something like the Airpods. So I went ahead, splashed them with a bit of water. They work perfectly fine. Now let's go ahead and talk about where the Hammerheads actually shine. The sound. They sound great. You are going to get a nice balanced experience. The mids are nice and pronounced, and you get some nice bass with these as well. Also, Razer does allow you to customize the EQ between 3 presets. I usually set them at bass boost, and personally, I feel that's where you're going to get the best sounding experience. Also, in my opinion, they sound better than the Airpods, at least in giving you a more balanced sound. Also, the 13mm drivers do their job and they do it well. Unfortunately, once you activate the ultra low latency mode, the battery does take a toll, so just be conscious when you are jamming out to some T-Swift, that battery is going to be a problem. Now the gaming mode does work, you are going to see a difference, but a lot of wireless earbuds now work just as well without a dedicated mode. Another thing to note is that once you hit about 60% volume, sound does tend to bleed out, so people around you might get a hint of what you're into. I also made a few calls and had people say I sounded a bit muffled on their end, but that wasn't the case with me as I had no issues hearing them through the earbuds. And before I forget, these don't have any sort of pass-through, so listening to your surroundings is a bit more challenging. Another side note though is if you are coming from AirPods, these don't have that pause feature, so if you do take them out of your ear, anything you're watching or listening to isn't gonna pause. But let's go ahead and backtrack for a bit now. The main reason I picked these up was for what Razer claims, the ultra low latency, and they haven't disappointed. I've especially noticed it when gaming, but again, considering that there are other wireless earbuds and how better they've gotten and can just give you about the same performance without dedicated mode, makes these not as worthwhile. That doesn't mean they're bad by all means, it's just I recommend weighing out your options before considering purchasing these. Overall though, these are great sounding, really well balanced, and I actually prefer these over the AirPods. Now unfortunately, if you are looking for a premium feel and design, this isn't it, but in today's market, there's a ton of wireless earbuds for just about everyone, so I'd recommend shopping around before spending your hard-earned cash. Anyways guys, that's been it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button as well as subscribe for more content like this, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.